seen an article by Sideline Report. They had 5 interesting Lions candidates to help them fill in for receivers. None of the 5 I thought of. It was David Bell, played for the Browns, used to play at Purdue. Terrence Marshall, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, Noah Brown, and number 1 was Darius Slayton from the Giants. So I'm gonna speak on each of them. David Bell, I don't know much about him. I don't know what he done in the NFL, but he's an unknown commodity. You know what I'm saying? He suffered an injury in training camp. I mean, in a preseason opener. My thing is, if you're gonna go with David Bell, you should have just brought back a guy like Quintez Cephas. So I don't know much about the guy, but I know he ain't been productive in the league. But a bunch of Browns receivers ain't been productive. When you look at it, really it's just Amari Cooper and Deshaun Watson that got a great connection. Deshaun Watson, since he took that year off and went through that scandal, he ain't been any good. So I mean, that is what it is. So I'm not a David Bell fan, but he could be in jeopardy of being cut too, so I don't know. And I think the Lions may be waiting for some of these receivers to get cut. But nonetheless, who else are we looking at? 4, I think it was Terrence Marshall. Loved him coming out of LSU. Whatever reason, he ain't been able to click in Carolina. Been down the depth chart. 6'4", tall, athletic. To me, that's a no-brainer. I would go get him. Big body receiver, athletic, a little bit of polish, but a good guy to go on the other side of Jameson Williams. Big physical receiver. Don't have the biggest frame, not as strong, but he got some physical prowess, and I just think he just need an opportunity. I think a guy like him in golf, he'd give golf something that he really ain't had. He had Josh Reynolds, a taller receiver, but he have a really explosive big receiver that can consistently go up there and high point the football, and make plays. So he'll really have a red zone threat that you really can throw it up there and he can get a jump ball. You got a guy that can catch it and go to the house. Very explosive. I think very underrated. And when you're going through all them different changes in Carolina, I think some stability in the Lions offense. The Lions were smart. They'd go get him. They would go get him. I think Terrence Marshall, I love him coming out of LSU, a little bit raw. Need to polish up his route running a little bit, but honestly, would love to see him come to Detroit. I wanted him coming out the draft. Now if they was a little side note, this one part of the article, if they was to cut Adam Thielen, that'd be interesting. The only thing about Thielen is, he's primarily a slot, so then you would be asking St. Brown to play a little bit more on the outside a little bit. And you probably ask Thielen to kick in to play on the outside a little bit more too. So I really wouldn't have no problem with that neither. But nonetheless, that make a lot of sense to me. Terrence Marshall is probably number 1 on my list out of these guys. Then they talking about Marquez Valdez-Scantling. He in Buffalo. I guess he's struggling. Absolutely not. Can't catch the football. Not a fan of Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Didn't like him in Green Bay. Don't like him wherever he go. There's nothing personal against him. It's just that, just don't think he any good. Fast guy, but I think you better off sticking with Khalif Raymond and what you already got, rather than going to get him. If he was worth any value, Kansas City would have kept him. So, yeah, he just one of them 5th or 4th receivers, But nah, I wouldn't want to see him as a Detroit Piston, to be honest. So that's my personal opinion on it. But or Detroit Lion, excuse me. But no, absolutely not. Noah Brown, him and CJ Stroud was cooking last year for a minute. He got injured, so he showed without Dak Prescott with CJ Stroud. He put up some video game like numbers in Houston. He can play. He just, injuries bit him in the ass last year. So the whole train of thought around him is they got a bunch of receivers already. Tank Dell, he probably gonna work out the slot a lot this year. Nico Collins gonna probably be the opposite, receiver to number 1 Stephon Diggs. So they got 3 really good receivers, but then the injury could turn it all the way around. So, do they keep Noah Brown as a 4th receiver and dash him in there? Because, Tank Dell got shot in the leg. So, He back though. So, you know, a lot of these dudes, they get this money and they want to go to the club and they want to show off their bread at the club. Man, if I had that money, you wouldn't catch me at the club. I don't need a section. I don't need no bottles. I can just grab some women, you know, give me a nice little like party house or whatever. That's what I'll do. Little crib that we party at. Then I have my real crib. If I want to live like that, absolutely not going to the club. I heard the club ain't even fun no more. But yeah, Noah Brown, explosive receiver, athletic. He'd be a good third, but durability is an issue right there. So, you know, durability issue. You got durability concerns with St. Brown. I mean, with Jameson Williams and with Noah Brown. Really, why even bother, to be honest? You know, but he is explosive. He brings home run hitting ability. You know, so if they were to go get him, you just pray that he can stay healthy. He can stay healthy. And if he can stay healthy and he can form a connection, you know, him and Stroud was cooking last year. And a lot of the situations he was in Houston, he gonna be in that situation in Detroit. People forget that. In Houston, like, they lost Tank Dell, they lost and Noah Brown. So, you know, they was pretty much going into playoffs with that kid, that tight end that came from Dallas, who did really well over there. And then they came in the game, you know, with just him and Nico Collins. That was about it. So now, you know, you get a Noah Brown back. Come on now, man. What the fuck you getting over here for? You got all that space over there. Why are you trying to get over? Because you should have been over. So now you got Noah Brown. You know, now you got Noah Brown. So you got some depth there. You got some explosive receivers. So only question for Houston is, you know, are they going to forget to run the ball? And are guys going to complain when they don't get the ball? And then C.J. Stroud going to have a second-year slump because team's going to break him down to the science, see what he do well and what he don't do well. So did he let the success go to his head like Brand Nubian said? Don't let it go to your head. Nah. So, damn, you know, who was number 2? That's a great question. So we said Noah, David Bell, Terrence Marshall, Marquez Belden. Okay, Noah Brown might have been number 2. Number 1 was Darius Slayton. Said he kind of falling down the Giants' depth chart. I like him a lot. I think with consistent quarterback play, I think he might be around 6'2", 6'3"-ish, athletic. To me, he right behind Terrence Marshall. I think he just ain't really had the opportunity. He ain't been afforded the opportunity with consistent quarterback play. When he got semi-consistent quarterback play, he can make some plays. Big, strong, big athletic receiver. Let me say that. You know, really, really athletic, can get out there and run and make some things. So if I had to, you know, put these guys in order, Terrence Marshall, Darius Slayton at the top of the list. Noah Brown is probably 3rd, and then everybody else could fall behind there. I don't really care for unknown Kamani and David Bell. And I hate Valdez-Scantling. He could be last on the list. So, hey, let me know what you girls and guys think. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Hit the link tree. Find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist for more videos like this. Appreciate the love and support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section.